Hi, everybody, or people who are clamoring to get in. Step right up. There's no waiting. Free admittance to all who arrive. I've got 4 watching, but I have no chat. So the lag must be really, really, really bad. So, welcome to the 4 of you that are here. I don't have it blocked. Huh. This is weird. No, I'm on live chat. Live chat. I don't see anybody, even though it says there's 5 of you here. Let's see. Did I hide chat? Why would I hide chat? Show. Hide, no. Ah, hi, Becky. This is weird. Everyone's been having issues. You know, Facebook's been weird. YouTube's been weird. Brenda's here. Hi, Brenda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure. The lag is always, and it's hard because I've got, Ustream on my computer and YouTube on my iPad, and they're not jiving. Hi, Mary Lou. Happy Mother's Day to you and all the other mothers out there. I heard from both of my sons today, which was nice. I had a feeling that they had forgotten. Hi, Janet, and hi, Barbara. Good evening to Janet. Good morning. No, it's not morning. It's lunchtime for Barbara. Yes. It's good to see you all. So glad you could make it. If you read my intro, or what I had planned to do was I want to kind of dedicate this stream to Joiedefi. I mean, she's inspired me for so many years, and I hope some of you had a chance to watch her video. I even posted the link for you to do that. So this is a shout out to Joiedefi, and I'm going to try to do some Joiedefi stuff, and I'll share with you my Joiedefi journal. I mean, you can see that it's heavily influenced by her. I could call my mom, but figured oh, yeah, that's true. I remember back in the day that this is a long time ago, the phone lines would get jammed because everyone was trying to call, and it was interesting that they would kind of jam up, which I thought was interesting. And you'd have to call back later. I know. I even posted this in her Facebook group, but if she's in the, in the balcony or whatever, that would be great too. So thanks to all that came and made cards with me. Oh, wasn't even aware you were on this morning, Becky. I'm not getting notifications. Hi, Gail. How are you? Good to see you. I have not heard from Carol. I shot her a message earlier, but no word. Scott's mom loved hers. Okay, that's great. That's good. Yeah, I didn't have to make any cards. A lot of stuff I've added to my journals. Yeah, I bet. Well, wait until you see this journal. You're going to go, I know who inspired you there. So, yeah, I'll do my little reading. Many of us, especially Deb and Becky, I know, and Ruth, in our Thursday morning chat, occasionally the word laundry comes up. Hi, Beth. Good to see you. And so in this essay, he's talking about laundry. So I thought that would be, we could read a little bit about what he has to say about laundry. For a long time, I was in charge of the laundry at our house. I liked my work. In an odd way, it gave me a feeling of involvement with the rest of the family. It also gave me time alone in the back room without the rest of the family, which was also nice sometimes. I like sorting the clothes, lights, darks, and in betweens. I like setting the dials, hot, cold, rinse, time, and heat. These are choices I can understand and make with decisive skill. I still haven't figured out the new stereo, but washers and dryers I can handle. The bell dings, you pull out the warm, fluffy clothes, take them to the dining room table, sort, and fold them into neat piles. I especially like it when there's lots of static electricity and you can hang socks all over your body and they will stick there. When I'm finished, I have a sense of accomplishment, a sense of competence. I am good at doing the laundry, at least that. And it's a religious experience, you know, water, earth, fire, polarities of wet and dry, hot and cold, dirty and clean, the great cycles round and round, beginning and end, alpha, omega. Amen. I'm in touch with the great something or other for a moment. At least life is tidy and has meaning. But then again, the washing machine died last week. Guess I overloaded it with towels, and the load got all lumped up on one side during the spin cycle. So it did this incredible herky jerky lurching dance across the floor and blew itself up. I thought it was coming for me. One minute it was a living thing in the throes of a seizure, and the next minute a cold white box full of partially digested towels with froth around its mouth, because I guess I must have fed it too much soap, too. 5 minutes later, the dryer expired, like a couple of elderly folks in a nursing home who follow one another quickly in death. So closely they are intertwined. It was Saturday afternoon, and all the towels in the house were wet. All my shorts and socks were wet. And now what? Knowing full well that if you want one of those repair guys, you have to stay home for 36 hours straight and have your banker standing by with a certified check, or else they won't set foot on your property. And I haven't got the time for that. So it's the laundromat over at the mall. Now, I haven't spent a Saturday night at the laundromat since I was in college. What you miss by not going to the laundromat anymore are things like seeing other people's clothes and overhearing conversations you never hear anywhere else. I watched an old lady sort out a lot of sexy black underwear and wondered if it was hers or not, and heard a college kid explain to her friend how to get puke off a suede jacket. Sitting there waiting, I contemplated the detergent box. I use Cheer. I like the idea of a happy wash. Sitting there late at night, leaning against the dryer for warmth, eating a little cheese and crackers and drinking a little white wine out of the thermos. I came prepared. I got to brooding about the meaning of life and started reading the stuff on the cheer box. Amazing. It contains ingredients to lift dirt from clothes, anomic sulfurants, and soften water, complex sodium phosphates, also agents to protect washer parts, sodium silicate, and improve processing, sodium sulfate, small quantities of stuff to reduce wrinkling and prevent fabric yellowing, plus whiteners and colorant and perfume. No kidding. All this for less than a nickel an ounce. It's biodegradable and works best in cold water, ecologically sound. A miracle in a box. Sitting there watching the laundry go around in the dryer, I thought about the round world and hygiene. We've made a lot of progress, you know. We used to think that disease was an act of God. Then we figured out that it was a product of human ignorance. So we've been cleaning up our act literally ever since. We've been getting the excrement off our hands and clothes and bodies and food and houses. It's only the scientific experts could come up with something to get it out of our minds. 1 cup of Fizz-It Frizzle that will lift the dirt from our lives, soften our hardness, protect our inner parts, improve our processing, reduce our yellowing and wrinkling, improve our natural color, and make us sweet and good. Don't try Cheer, by the way. I tasted it. It's awful. But my tongue is clean now. Oh my gosh. Again, brilliant. How many of you have had the washing machine dance across the floor? It's faced straight and then it's sideways, and you have to go out and open it and then try to readjust the load. It's usually the towels or something that are not perfectly aligned. The stars are in alignment in the moon in order to get it to spin. Yeah, he is a funny guy. But everything he says, it's so true. And when the washing machine, you know, craps out on you, it always seems to be on a weekend. Yes, and a mad dash. And oh my gosh, Becky, you guys had the horror, the dryer story from, was it the dryer or the washing machine? You had a horrible, encounter with was it dryer or washer? I can't remember. Yes, philosophy and everyday world, brilliant writing. Oh, well, thank you, Janet. Washer, okay, yeah. And they had some sort of crazy return policy, didn't they? At wherever yeah, it was a nightmare. If you didn't return it within 90 minutes or some silly thing like that, then it was the manufacturer's problem and not Home Depot or Lowe's. I can't remember. It always seems. Yep, and the pets get sick on the weekend. Absolutely, that always seems to be the case. It's almost like they know. Oh, you had to call within. I know it was ridiculously short amount of time. You almost did not enough time to know whether it was really working before you get your first load done. Interesting. Yeah, that was an interesting one. I do remember laundry. Hi, Barb Owen. Good to see you this evening. Just got done reading about laundry, and washing machines breaking down on the weekend. And having your banker ready in order to pay for the repairman, and spending time in a laundromat. I remember the laundromat in college. I don't think there's any lonelier feeling, as I recall, as spending a Saturday night in the laundromat. And I always thought that would be a really good idea if they had like a sports bar attached to a laundromat. So, you could have a drink and watch a baseball game or a football game or golf or whatever. There's a sports bar here and they have about, I don't know, 50 TVs and sports around the world. All they need is a couple of washing machine and dryers interspersed around the tables. And I just think that's a brilliant idea. I'm sure there must be someone. And the sewer always backs up on a Sunday night. Yes, absolutely. I thought he didn't get me a new washing machine. Yeah, I mean it's a grim experience, and some people do it on a regular basis. But if you're a people watcher, and you enjoy watching people, then that's probably the place to be. So you can watch some people. Where I live, fortunately, those type of things are taken care of, even on the weekends. So I feel very fortunate about that. But they serve a purpose, that's for sure. And feeding it all that coinage. I bet you can probably swipe a credit card in them now, I would imagine. So I'm going to attempt to do some Joiedefi. This is dedicated to her and all of the inspiration that she has shared with us over the years. And if you haven't had a chance, she posted a video on Friday. Is about 5 minutes long. That's true. You can load up. Yeah, you can fill up as many as you need, and in one shot, you're done. Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that. That's one of the good things. 2:27, 2 hours. I don't know. Blanket. Okay. All righty. Hellos to all. First, I'm going to kind of show you what I refer to as my Joiedefi journal. The cover was inspired by her. This is when she took tons and tons of textbook paper and laid it out in a big sheet and then glued it, and then I stitched it. So it kind of has Frankenstein look, but this is several layers of book text that I stitched together. And then I did, it's kind of not even, but I did a Midori travel journal type of elastic band to kind of hold it together. And it was not wide enough, so I had to sew in this little piece of fabric. But you can see as soon as I open it, you will see Joey's influence. Well, maybe not so much on that page, but now it's starting to look a little bit more like Joey. And here you can see, the splatters and butterflies. And this is a junk journal from junk mail. So it opens up and folds. And this is from Janet Nash. This was her owl zine. But you can see here coloring in and a lot of tags with pockets and more splatters. Vintage photographs. That's my mom. And here's one of her famous ones where she takes the envelope and you fill in you cover the whole envelope with ephemera. You have one of these things that opens up, and that's one of her fun videos. And she did these with the cutout circles too. And I don't know what they were called now, but she had a name for them. No, that's not a pocket, but I made one of those. And when she did her, if I have time, I'd like to do one of these. There's watercolor paper behind this. She took a strip of watercolor paper and then did watercolor and then covered it with gold paint and then added ephemera and then stitched it. Yeah, you made one of these with us? Yeah. Well, we put together a tribute journal where we gave tribute to various artists. And Joey was one of them, and Mike Deacon was another, and Joggles was another. Do you think I can find that journal? Hell no. It's kind of gotten up and walked away, like how things disappear. That one disappeared. And here's another. I don't think there's any. There's watercolor paper back there. I can't see it, but this is one of her snippets. You can kind of, again, see her influence. And this opens up like so. And every once in a while, a picture like kind of doesn't fit, but it just fits for me. But these are the type of journals that I kind of really like making. Again, lots of pockets and stitches. I have a little sewing machine that does a beautiful job sewing paper. Hi, Janice Glines. Good to see you. And more gold. And this is, watercolor and little leaves and stuff. And here's another one that opens and closes. And this is from Janet Nash, I do believe. There's her fairies. I sent Janet Nash some fairy ephemera. Peter Rabbit. And some more. And this is a little thing that's got little things. This is from this picture here is from my dad's. It's like a 1928 yearbook. And that's the girls' golf team, I think. And here's the cardinal wouldn't fit. So I put half here and half here. Hi, Rosemary. Okay. Clean away and eavesdrop away. Yes. And here is a monster tag. And again, I mean, bugs, music, and maps and stamps. And this is all junk mail that I have received that I have converted into something more useful, I do believe. I stitched through that. I mean, my little sewing machine is like the little engine that could. It's the little sewing machine that could. That's the punch out. And I have this stamp, and this behind here is one of my master boards. And I put her up on foam, so she's got a little, but look, here's one of Becky's beautiful cards. So it's in a place of honor. And this was a watercolor exercise from Janet Arbor. And I didn't like them. They didn't look that great together on the page, but I cut them out into little flowers, and now they look a whole lot better than they did on, yeah, I love the frog too. Is that from you? That may be from you too. That's from somebody. And here's one of another snippet, but I made it into a belly band. And here's some other pockets and such. And that's it until we make some more stuff. And these are the stamps that I received in the Dee Dee stamp swap. And they need to go in here. So this is the rest of the, that's it. But this is, when I made this, I've got two more, look, I got two more bands in here, and I don't know whether they would even fit if I, unless I kind of took these, knocked these down. But you know, this binding, hi Devin, this type of binding or holding things together is I'm sorry, it's so nice to work with, because again, if you want to, you can take the pages out and then put them back in. Hi Teresa. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoy doing these type of journals. So the thing I'm going to attempt to do today, one of the things I'd like to do today is I watched Joiedefi make what she calls vintage faux postcards. And and I have, my plan is to use lots of stickers, because if anybody saw my stream a couple of weeks ago that I titled "Simu My Timu," I bought a little bit too many stickers, so I'm going to be putting stickers on a lot of stuff. Hoping to. So, but we're first going to start with the tissue paper. Now, she ordered tissue paper from Amazon, and she said it was very frail and she would not have considered it tissue paper. This is tissue paper from the dollar store, and so we'll just see. And she did a stipple. Is that what they call these things? They didn't you used to do these? I bought a whole set of these, and I don't think I ever used them, but they're going to be used today. So I'm happy to be able to use them today. And the colors are, she used gouache that rhymes with squash. That's how I remember it. I don't have gouache. Well, I do, but it's not good gouache. Hi, Becca. I didn't see you come in. So I'm going to use, you and Becca. Oh, you did sticker grid journaling. Ooh, I know everyone's doing grid stuff, which I think is really, really cool. But I never thought about just, I like that idea. Just do grids and just fill it all up with stickers, because I got stickers and sticker books coming out my gazoo, wherever the gazoo is. I don't know. Well, I have a feeling I know where the gazoo is. Olive green. is one color that she used. So we'll use a little. This is, as you can see, Aztec acrylic colors. I bought it when they first came out. I think there's 60 colors in the box. And I put the color on the lid, on the cap. And they all fit in one tote in my craft box thingy. It's amazing. I'll show you. Look at this. That's all 60 of them, and they all fit right there. Ugh. I have a scrap box, whatever thingy. All right, so we have some of that and raw sienna. I wonder what cooked sienna looks like. Is it darker? It's a stenciling brush. I couldn't find any of for the longest while, but I got a set. Oh, okay. Yeah. When I use these things for stenciling, it was a mess because there was paint everywhere underneath the stencil. I finally can confidently say that I can do a stencil without having it oozing underneath and, making a mess. I feel confident that have become a pretty good stenciler. So what she did was, and it really came out very pretty. It really did. Nice thing about acrylic paint is you can put it on top. You don't have to worry about it mix. Do they make a baked sienna? I don't know. I know there's raw and there's raw umber too. And then I think there's burnt umber. Is there a burnt umber and a raw umber? So the raw umber, or am I just getting them confused, which is more likely than anything. All right, so here we go. We're going to take a little of this and maybe and she's just going to kind of do one of these jobbies. Well, this is kind of fun. That olive green is pretty dark. Her olive gouache, rhymes with squash. Her olive green gouache was not as dark as this. It kind of looks like a bunch of little bugs, doesn't it? Kind of nightmarish. All right. Okay, I think that's enough. Ooh, I almost forgot to have water. I got water. Water everywhere. That reminds me of, I was taking a bus from Southampton to New York City. They call them jitneys out on Long Island, right? So I'm taking the jitney from Southampton to LaGuardia Airport, and it's like being on a plane. They have like a bus stewardess. That's what you would call them. And I'll never forget it. She came down the aisle and she asked me whether did I want juice or water? Did I want juice or water? And I said, water, please. But she had a really thick Long Island accent. Water. And they gave you full bags of pretzels, not those little ass things that you get on the airline. You got a whole bag of pretzels or popcorn. It was a pretty, and it was a very, it was a good run. And it was express. It didn't stop to pick people up along the way. And it went from Southampton to LaGuardia Airport and then straight to 42nd Street, downtown Manhattan, which I thought was pretty good. Is this starting to look vintagey? I don't know. We'll say yes. Say yes, it does look very vintagey. Of course it does. Tap that off. And I think a little yellow. Whoops. Tap that over here. Well, when someone else does it, it looks so gorgeous. But this is kind of, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, this is just the very, very beginning. Watch in the cup. Yeah. Water. Well, accents, I've always found accents, regional accents, fascinating because you figure 90% of everybody that came here came from the same place. And how they ended up with all these different accents is always to me very amazing. I mean, you come from, London, and all of a sudden, it's all y'all and Southern accent, or you pack the cat in New England. It's amazing, and how those languages, those accents. I'm sure there's a great history about, listening to people. See, I don't think I have a New York accent, and I'm sure all of you are laughing your asses off because I think it's barely there. But unless I obviously exaggerate. And there's different accents depending on where you're from on Long Island. There is like middle Long Island, like Nassau County, Long Island, where I grew up. There's that accent. And then there's the Brooklyn accent. Yes. And literally, it's 33rd and 3rd Street in Canarsie, Brooklyn. And my ex sister-in-law is from Staten Island, and there's like a Staten Island type of accent. Whoops, she said that this might happen. Ooh. Wow, she even said that this might be a pitfall because my drop cloth is a mess. But I love it when it gets really messy. And then Becky's the one that gave me the idea to just take a stencil and stencil over it all and then cut it up, and you would never know that, here I'm writing out banners which might, practicing a banner for my birthday, for my happy birthday, Dave, and seeing how to spell licorice or things like that. So then I had to learn slow down when I moved south. Yep. Yeah, barely there. Okay. That's my point. It's barely there, right? Yeah. So then she had these things. I don't think they were these things, but we're going to close enough. Oh, I bet. Yeah. And she kind of went like this. So we'll go like that. And those types of accents, they have to evolve over many, many, many generations, and different cultures coming together and pulling them all together. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. My students used to make fun of me when I would say idea, because I say it like there's an R at the end. I don't go idea. I go idea. Right. Yeah. That's been, yeah. People have pointed that out to me, especially my students. I watched their graduation. I don't know any of these students because I've been out of there long enough that I don't know any of them. But they had it appeared live on Facebook last night. Okay, we need this. I don't have gold, and this is ochre. So that's all I have. So, but I do have gold. So I'm going to put some of the real gold in, and then we'll see what happens. Pizza. Yeah, pizza, right. You got to have some gold in there here. Pizza. Yeah, we got to have some pizza. I have an idea. Let's order up some pizza. One of my favorite lines from the movie with Chevy Chase. You can't get here. You can't get there from here, when he's driving around in New England. But Mary Lou, I don't hear a really thick New England accent from Mary Lou. And I think you are native Rhode Islander. Oh, now, okay. Brenda says she has a Michigan accent of not pronouncing T at the end of things. Oh, okay. That's kind of getting pretty, huh? I'm kind of liking that. Huh. This is kind of a nice thing to do during a stream because I don't have to concentrate too hard. So I'm going to do another one real quickly while this one dries. And then we'll move on to phase 2. She put some little hash marks in here too. So we'll add a couple of hash marks. This is a gelato, but she called paint sticks. And I don't know whether they're one and the same, whether a gelato is a paint stick. Because, we know that a gelato will move if you get it wet. You can use your own, you can use your spit, as Lori Marie Jenkins does, or not. I'm not a spitter. It is fun. It's very fun. Yes. And this is Dollar Tree, and I cut it up. This was cut up. I have a whole stack of it cut up for jelly plating. And I love jelly plating more than anything else. Not yet. I will end that sentence with not yet. One of these days, I'm sure I will fall in love with jelly plate printing. I have enough jelly plates. I have them every single size. Well, I don't have the real super big ones, but I have the 9 by 12, and then the 4 by 3, and then I've got a heart and a circle and a Maltese cross, and then I had one that kind of got all boogered up, so I cut it all up into organic shapes. Thanks, Aunt Beck. Yeah, this is kind of mindless. Jelly plating. Oh, is it plating? No, what did I say? Plating? It's not plating. It's a jelly plate that you print on. There you go. Jeez. I knew that. Gosh. I'm such a ding-a-ling. See, I got a little bit of water on it, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. The new expression. No worries. I like that expression. I often wonder where expressions come from. The guy that put together my scrap box, he was a big guy that he said no worries a lot. And there'd be an issue. We go, no worries. I think, okay, that's a good way of looking at things. Just no worries. The one expression that I still talk about and I'm still baffled as to where it came from is have a good one. When did that? That's relatively new. All of a sudden, everyone's telling you to have a good one. Good what? I mean, I know they mean have a good day, but you used to say if you were going to say anything at all, right, you'd say have a good day. Now it's have a good one. I guess have a good one is generic, right? So it can be anything. Have a good shift, have a good night, have a good whatever, right? You can use it. It's an all occasion greeting, or, well, it's not a greeting. What do you call it? It says, no, it's not. It started in the 80s. Is it that old? You all come back now. Yeah. Okay. You all come back. Yeah. My best friend's mother, she was she was a funny lady. And I never knew whether to take her seriously or not, because when I would leave, she'd say, don't come back. Come back when you can't stay so long, or something like that. Right. And I would always be like, what does she mean by that? Because I was a kid. Come back Come back again when you can't stay so long. That's what she would say when I was leaving. After I had been there for the weekend. We spent the night at one another's house. Like every weekend we would sleep over. And Nancy and I we did some mischievous things. And I never remember her parents being around. So I don't know where her parents were when we were up to no good, because we would get up to no good. The phrases was confusing to me when I first moved from Chicago. What do you mean, come back right? Come back. Oh, I haven't heard that. Come again. Oh, and next time bring the, oh yes, we were talking about that. And did we determine whether that was a good thing or a bad thing? Come back and bring the children the next time. You guys, yep. And that was made famous, the Utes, you guys, from my cousin Vinny, the Utes. That was a good movie. Speaking of movies, on the recommendation of several of the ladies, I watched, come on, Ann, what are you being so cheap at the gold? I watched A Man Called Otto last night. It was very good. It was very sad, but it was sad, but it wasn't sad. And I won't ruin it for people that haven't seen it, but if you have Netflix, it is airing now on Netflix. There. I like that. Seems like it needs red or something, but I'm not just going to leave it. Just kind of smush that around. The other one's probably dry by now. And there's this little stipple thing is kind of fun. Yeah, made Scott cry. Yeah. But, it was a couple that moved across the street. She was tenacious. She just would not give up. He finally, got to her, but she was, I mean, everyone's performances were excellent. And I won't ruin it because Mary Lou hasn't seen it yet, but it's definitely worth the watch. And that's not easy to say nowadays, unfortunately. Yeah. All right. So stick this one over here. So that's that. Now Joey had some very, very floral aided, and that's not a word, but floral cards that were like loud. And she even used the word garish, and they were garish. I don't have any garish floral cards. Yeah, that's true. I can't think of a movie that Tom Hanks was in that I didn't enjoy. If you guys remember the sitcom he was on, Bosom Buddies, when he and his friend, it was kind of like a takeoff on Some Like It Hot. He and his friend had to dress up as women in order to get an apartment. And I mean, that scenario has been done many times. I think it was called, isn't it called Bosom Buddies, I think? All right, so, yeah, look, it is dry. Next thing. Again, I don't have any garish cards. And the ones that I have are only printed on one side. So this is Timmy's French industrial set. But at least there's something on this side. Yeah. No, actually the one movie I've never seen, is it Castaway, where he has a relationship with Wilson, the soccer ball? I've never seen Castaway. So this will be the front. So this goes on the back. And she said, be very careful when you do this because this can tear very easily. So I'm going to get out my little handy dandy We Are Memories cutting board, which has been through the wars. And she glued here, not here, and she was using Uhu. Okay, that was good. I haven't seen that. And I guess I haven't, and I didn't see the one where he played Scully, the guy that landed the plane in the Hudson River. I've seen Philadelphia Story, yeah, but I haven't seen. I saw the one with the Somalian pirates took over his ship, and he was the captain of the ship. That was a good one. That was really. And Big. Who didn't love Big? Who did not love Big? Oh my gosh, that was the best scene is when he's in FOA Schwartz and he's dancing on that gigantic, that keyboard. That was a great scene. That was a funny one. Gosh, what else? And they're Saving Private Ryan, right? Volcano. I'm not familiar with Volcano. I've heard of that one, Beth, but I don't think I've. So this goes here like so. And I'm not going to worry about wrinkles. Oh, I've been trying to do, there's a journal that Sean Petit started last Sunday. And she opened her group or workshop, whatever, for a week, a free peek into the workshops and stuff. And the size paper that you needed was 11 by 17. And I could have sworn I had some 11 by 17 printer paper that I had gotten from school. But I gave up looking for it. And I decided, well, I could use a manila folder because the whole journal only has like 5 pages in it. So I figured, well, and I had some of these manila folders that I wasn't really. Oh, Forrest Gump. Oh my gosh. Hi, Joan. You're right. Forrest Gump. Oh, how could we not talk about Forrest Gump? Where he got shot in the buttocks. No, I actually, when I was looking for how it goes, if I put stuff away instead of just throw stuff away, I would have been able to find it. I tore a whole part of this cabinet apart the other day, but I found it today. I did. After I had, yes, shit happens. After I had prepared the manila folders by gluing copy paper onto them and gluing them together, binding them together. After I got all of that done, then I found 11 by 17 paper. So if I don't like the way the manila folders work out, which I don't know why they shouldn't, then I can always revert. These are manila folders that have like 3 pockets in them. And I got them for, if Rosemary's still listening, I think I got them for the Cowgirl caboodle kit, I think. All right. So this, well, I don't know. This does not look like Joiedefi's. It looks pretty bad. I'm sorry to say. But, all right. Let's see if we can't do something to this. Maybe it's because I should have maybe taken out of the middle where it was not so. Yeah, it's pretty bad, Anne. Oh, well. You guys are kind. You won't say anything. You can think, oh my God, Anne, what the hell did you do? We'll just. Yeah. Was the cowgirl one have the manila folders that um, had three pockets in it? Because that's what I cut up to make this journal. Sean is just the queen of grunge. She does some of the best grungy stuff out there, and great techniques. And again, like everything, when you're arting and you're doing things, and all of a sudden you discover a whole new technique, and who knows whether it's new, but it was really neat. She was using pan pastels, which I don't have any. I have no intention of ever. I mean, I'm not a pastel type of person. But you can do it with regular pastels, which I have and I never use. Okay, that's what I use to make this journal. And so what she did was she's got these, and I bought a big thing, and these are those blue shop cloths. I mean, this is really beat up, but you buy them in a big tub. And so she took that and put it in the pan pastel and then just rubbed it on the paper. That had been gessoed, okay? And rubbed it in so there was no dust. But you can do the same thing with your regular pastels. So that's what I use my regular pastels, and I used a bunch of these, and I just rubbed into the paper. But the paper that she rubbed the pastels in was not gessoed, so I take that back. No gessoing. Then by accident, she got some water on the paper by accident. And then she picked up, hi Malia, and then she picked up more pastels and rubbed it, and all of a sudden these beautiful spots appeared. The water hit the paper, she dried off the water spots, and then added more pastel, and then all of this beautiful random kind of like spots appeared. And it's really cool. And I did it, and it works fine with the regular pastels. You don't have to do it with pan pastels. And it's a really, really, really good look. I'd show it to you, but it's in the other room. But this journal is pretty cool. It only has like 5 words in it. Let's see. Courage, strong, grow, freedom, and curious. And there's a double page spread, 11 by 17 spread for each one of those words. So it looks really, really neat. Will I finish it? I don't know. Oh, and the other thing, and I don't see any of the CK people here, Colleen or Kathy. This is what happens 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm lying in bed with my iPad. I should just learn not to take that to bed with me. I ended up signing up for fodder camp or fodder school. So fodder, he ain't heavy, bro. Fodder, he's my brother. But it's a different type of fodder. I signed up for fodder school, so I guess I'm going to be fodder school too. And so I will be foddering away, making all kinds of fodder. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty amazing. And they have these, I guess every month they have like a visiting artist, and they do a fodder thing. And then they have a fodder project at the end of the month. I know, I know. It's 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 really expensive. I'm just saying, but there's a lot of content though, an enormous amount of content. And if you break it down and you say, well, it's only this a month, even though you have to pay for the year, um, it's, yeah, there's a lot of content, a lot of neat stuff. So I will be making fodder. So I got too many things going on. I'm torn between this journal and Joiedefi and making fodder. And all right, so this is this, and I know this, I don't know. This does not look like Joiedefi. Oh, okay, you did a cool, yeah. Yeah, that usually when they do that, the free stuff, it's always good, obviously, because they want you. And of course, I've signed up for Wunderlust, Wonder, or Wonder, WU Wonderlust, for last year and this year, and haven't done but maybe 3 of them, but they're there forever, or as long as, yeah. Is it Wanderlust or Wonderlust? I think it's WUNDER. Double check. Oh, thank you, Janet. Now you need to do like a vocal point. No, not on this side. You need to decorate this. And then a vocal point here. Decorate this side. Do some stamping, do some stitching. And this is where I'm going to add some stickers, because I've got a boatload. I think I bought a boatload of stickers from China. And they came on a fast boat from China. Temu is pretty fast on getting stuff delivered. That's why I don't sign up for things. I'm not Wander or Wonder, or I think it's WU. They're making up a word. Yeah. Well, me too. I'm doing the Messy May, and let me digress. Not that I was on target with Messy May every day. I was on target. They post the prompt, early in the morning. And then on May 11th, Wunder. Then on May 11th, the prompt was there, but the link didn't work. And that threw me off completely. And it said, oops, and I went, oops, what do you mean, oops? And then the plan was, I figured, okay, because they have them all there. So I figured, well, I'll just go ahead and do the 12th and come back and pick up the 11th. Good idea. However, I haven't gone back. They fixed the link. So May 11th is working. I did the 12th and I did the 13th. But now's the 14th. I haven't done anything with the 14th. And May 11th is just hanging out there. And I haven't done that. So I'm a little upset with myself. So I was going to glue down some pictures. And I thought, Anne, no, you have to use your stickers. All right, let me get some stickers. But I have to say, I was very, very, very happy with the May 12th one I did. Pronounced Wunder. I know the W has a V sound. Yep. Jawohl. I took German for 2 years in high school. And my German grandfather did all my homework. So, how much German did I learn? Not much, because he pretty much did all my homework. I would sit literally at his feet on the floor in the evenings, because this German teacher was a real asshole. Excuse my French. Ha ha ha. A Dummkopf, as my father would say in German, a Dummkopf, a shithead. And he would just assign us pages and pages and pages of translations. That was the homework. And then in class, he would talk about like him being himself being like a World War II hero or something like that, which he wasn't. And it was a very horrible class and very boring. And he would give us vocab tests. And I could memorize 100 German words for a vocab test without a problem. But don't ask me 2 days later what those words were. I had no idea. Couldn't remember them. I could memorize them for a given test. See that? I shouldn't have started. I got to find some more black and white stuff. Oh, I got some black and white cats. Let's make this not make any sense. No. Excuse my reach. Oh, that's not too bad. You're not seeing my flabby. Yeah. I have some black and white stickers. Somewhere. So when it came time for the final, like obviously my grandfather couldn't take the final exam. See, Barb, I can't picture you as being messy. I see you as being very neat. But maybe, it's deceiving. Now, I want you to take a look at this. Is this not, I put this on here. I took the sticker off, but this is a cigar box. Is this not a beautiful cigar box? You can see there's like an embossed guy doing the cigars. Hi, Dolly Face, DIY Diva. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new, it would be great if you subscribed. But look at this. Is this not a gorgeous cigar box? It's beautiful. Pet it. It's gorgeous. Well, that's true. I only see 18 square. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And it's got a magnet. You know I love my magnets. I love me some magnets. Yeah, I did this, yeah. The liquor store I go to has a humidor, like a cigar, like a walk-in cigar thing. And if I get there and get the timing right, which I haven't been successful in recently, and I ask if they have any empty cigar boxes, the guy just says, gives me more than I can use. And apparently they just throw them out in the back of the store where they have the empty liquor store boxes. So I'm looking for black and white. And now this is just a little bit. I should not have put her down. I might rip her right up, just tear her up and start all over again, because I'm not liking this. Let me just do that. I'm not liking her. And she's probably not going to stick that well anyway. She's not doing it for me. Sorry. So, let's see. Let's just do something. How about this? I saw this. Who? Barb Owen. You had this on it. Didn't you show this on a T-shirt on Friday? This cat with a funny saying on it. Well, yeah, these guys haven't figured out. Well, $5 for a box that's still really good. But recently, my timing has not been good. The guy has just been, but the guy usually goes back and he looks. He'll go back into the humidor, and humor me. I spend quite a bit of money at this liquor store, so Yeah, I think it's the same cat, or sure close to it. And when I walk in, they know exactly what I'm there for. Oh, with the four moods, right. Need coffee, need nap, and I don't. Oh, that's good. Okay. Yep. Let's see. I thought I saw a bicycle in here. I did. I did. All right. All right. Let's do this. And maybe, no, we'll just put the bicycle kind of works. All right. Now the problem is, getting these. Oh, I'm sorry. Teresa said my TV went out. Sound, no picture. You have sound? I will speak clearly. Now, people, everyone's got there's a secret way. Some people use tape. I like to use an X-Acto blade and play with danger, but that seems to work if you can get it just right. See, that's the problem. And then you got to concentrate. I got it. Okay, well, that actually works pretty good. You put it down. You put a piece of double-sided tape on your finger and pull the back off. Oh, double-sided tape. Okay, all right, that makes sense. I'll try that. I actually have some of that double-sided tape. That's good stuff. I'm assuming you're talking about the clear double-sided tape, not the white double-sided tape, right, Teresa? Made by Scotch burned double-sided. Because this has got wrinkles on it. And this is really a mess. Oh, Joiedefi, if you're watching, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Oh. It's a royal screw up. And I got these little booklets, these little books. I mean, I went crazy. I don't know what was wrong with me. I have no idea. I could not stop myself. Hanoi. That's interesting. Huh. She looks rather pensive. Oh, look. There's someone on a bicycle. Oh, there's Pierre. I think Pierre should go along for a ride. Oh, you have these too? Okay. Let's see. I know that sounds like more than two, but you can figure it out. Okay. All right. All right. So double-sided. Oh, I don't know whether this is a sticker, though. I have a feeling that this is not a sticker. Or yes, it is. Okay. I'm going to try Teresa's method. I had two-sided tape. And I don't anymore. I must have used it all. All right. Let's try this. I've seen people use regular tape, and the trick is to get right on the edge. Hi, Julie. Like right on the edge. And then kind of. Oh, Lily, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's not a sticker. Let's try it on a sticker. Oh, Lordy. Janet, there's a fairy for you. I'm fairy hunting for Janet Nash. No, it's got to be double-sided. This is not double-sided. All right. You guys are probably all screaming at this point, pulling your hair out. I get it on the corner. Yeah. That's where you need to, yeah, there. Say, I got it. I got it. Not without them, yeah. I saw Deb Farrell had a method that seemed to work. But I can't remember what it was. So it's not, well, wait a minute. What if you go like so? Because this probably is not sticky anymore, but now it's double-sided tape. All right. I'm just going to cover this thing with stickers. Let's see. Put some butterflies right in the corner. No. Wait a minute. Nope. Nope. I think it's fingernails cut at the absolute perfect length. The 4 moves were: I need coffee, I need a nap, I need a vacation, I need duct tape. Oh, that's right. That's right. Because we were laughing about that, the duct tape. And I didn't type it in chat, but I almost typed it. I had a friend who had a rather macabre sense of humor. And he went to Walmart once, and he said, go to Walmart and buy yellow heavy-duty gloves, duct tape, a saw, a bucket, and Clorox, and see what kind of looks you get when you go through the checkout. He thought that was pretty funny. He said, you get some looks when you do that. I would imagine you would. But I wonder how many of those people even pay attention. Yep, and a shovel. Oh, look. That guy's a golfer. These are so random. And they're interesting, but they are Hospital de Niños. That's a children's hospital. Oh, and you got this little golfer dude. I mean, these are weird. They're weird in a funny way. Well, I think he belongs. Oh, Janet. Janet. Guess what? I did it upside down. I feel better now. It's not right until it's done upside down. Janet and I have a thing. I'm a great upside down and backwards person, but this is such a disaster anyway. And we decided that this probably wasn't a sticker, so we'll glue it. I'll find some glue. It should be right here. Okay. Ups, down, really. Yes. Well, I contend that I was breech birthed, so that I have an excuse for being upside down and backwards. I came in the world ass first, and that explains a lot. I think it does. You know, it's kind of all your perspective. And my perspective is ass first. Actually, that doesn't look too bad, especially for this particular thing. But this is well, it's upside down. So I just took the back off one from you. And here's Deb Farrell. Yay, Debbie. Deb's here. Deb has a method to remove stickers. Okay. This is absolutely, oh, it's upside down. I can't. All right. All right. Let's move on. And we'll just call that, I don't know. Okay. How about dressmaking guide? And okay. I got to glue one of these things on the back if I can. Well, let's see. All right, let's do this one. It's got a butterfly. How badly can I screw this up? There's a butterfly. And we'll make sure the butterfly is in the right size. See what Brenda say in the. Let me go back and see what Brenda's interesting. I just ordered the vellum sticker notes. Oh, okay. Vellum sticker notes. Are they like these? But they're vellum? Is that like they're like these sticker notes, but made out of vellum? That would be kind of interesting. Oh, okay, like that might work, like an Office Depot or Office Works, I guess. Oh, okay. Huh. And what would one do with vellum sticker notes? Just stick them. I mean, I have a pack of vellum and I never know what to do with it. Oh, speaking of vellum, that was one of the. Oh, you were down in the dungeon and lost track of time. Speaking of vellum, that was one of the fodder school projects that they did. Oh, they took photographs, old photographs, and then they kind of did what Dee Dee does. They like would, so you have like an old fashioned photograph and you paint the whole background in black and maybe do little like stars in the background and add a sticker and then you take, it's like they would color photographs like they used to do. They take black and white photographs and watercolor them, but they had all these neat things. But the vellum, what they did was like in an old-fashioned kind of book, they would have a photograph, a piece of vellum, right, and then another photograph, so there was a piece of vellum in between the two photographs. In the 90s. Wow. I just can't figure out. I mean, you can't write notes on them, can you? Hi, Nettie. I'm here just totally screwing up. And oh my gosh. Okay. Is that right side up or is that right side up? I guess that's right side up. Let's see. I almost did it again. I think you can get vellum sticky notes in different shapes too. Oh, okay. I had vellum sticker quotes. Huh. Who knew? Can you write? Okay, Bible, can you write on the vellum? Do you need a special pen to write on vellum? I don't think I've ever tried to write on it. Oh, okay. You can use a ballpoint pen and that works on vellum? Okay, I did not know. Someone was using vellum, and of course I had to buy some. I had to have it. So I haven't used any of it. How many of you bought Yupo paper and haven't used it? I've got Yupo paper. Apparently you can make good stencils out of it. So, but I haven't done that. Oh, okay. So I didn't realize. I thought it would be like trying to write or draw on wax paper. I guess it's more versatile than that. Teresa says I watched Seven Plaza making prints look like tintypes. Yeah. Okay, along with embossed metal frames. Okay. Someone had like embossed, it was in Keisha's sale. She had like these gentlemen, and I thought they were like, they were die cuts, but they were the result of a, like a gentleman die cut that the person ran through with a pop can, because I do that. I take soda cans, pop cans, whatever you want to call them, depending on where you're from, and you can go right through and you can put them in the embosser, and you can emboss, or you can cut them and make, little aluminum die cutty things. I have a ton of vellum paper. Have to go take my mom out for dinner. Oh, well, that's lovely. Happy Mom's Day to your mother and you. Yes, that's very sweet of you. Do you know that Mother's Day is the busiest day in the restaurant world? Busier than all of the other days. Because I used to, one of my many jobs, I was a cook. I won't call myself a chef, even though I kind of was. And Mother's Day, it was slamming. It's one place, one Mother's Day, we served over 400 meals. Oh, brutal, 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 brutal. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to peel up his ear. See, these type of ones are easy to as I, oh yeah, they're easy. Yeah, see, look at that. Easy peasy. Oh, you're going to Wendy's. Well, that's what she likes. That's what she likes. My mother loved McDonald's French fries. And when I was married, my husband, we would get Wendy's hamburgers and McDonald's French fries. And fortunately, they were across the road from one another. So because that was the best. Oh, I bet. And you have got your graduations. That's true. Yeah, it is yeah. All right. So something needs to go here. How about one of those feel-good quotes? Anybody need a feel-good quote? I have a whole sheet of them here for you. Do what you love. Focus on the good. Shake it off. Oh, that's perfect for this dude. Shake it off. My mom likes the fat fries at Jack's. Is that Jack in the Bell? Or just Jack's? Where it is. Jack, is it Jack in the Bell? Is that the name of it? Jack in the Bell? Am I saying that right? Is it Jack in the Bell? I think they started in California. There was a Jack in the Bell in Brentwood, Long Island. Janet Bow Bow. Brentwood, Long Island had a Jack in the Box. Yes. And they had the best tacos. Woo-wee. They weren't those little ass tacos that you get at Taco Bell. These were like big tacos. And I can remember driving over to Brentwood, Long Island. I'm sure Janet knows where Brentwood is. Oh, well, Wendy's has good baked potatoes. You can get, I think you can get it with broccoli and cheese and like a loaded. Becky did a loaded twice baked potato. Jack in the Box, right? What did I say? Jack in the Bell? Oh my God. Jack in the Box, yes. What a dumb name, right? Jack in the Box for a taco place. All right, so this says, if it focuses, will it focus? He did. Shake it off. There you go. You need something right here, right there. And what do you think we need there? Something circular would be nice, huh? You think there might be something circular amongst all this junk? Ah, yes, look. Here's something circular. I found something circular. Oh, Rosemary, look. It's too late now. It's too late, baby, now it's too late. Route 66. Oh, maybe we'll put Route 66 there. It's kind of round, right? Rosemary did a whole caboodle on Route 66. Which I thought was really, I got a caboodle for this month. I'm so excited. I haven't gotten one in a long time. It's one more thing. To watch Rosemary do these, it's amazing. And Rosemary, I tried to get you scissors, but they weren't going to be delivered until mid-June, and I was figured that you would probably replace your scissors by then. So Amazon, I've got Rosemary's scissors. I don't have her scissors, but I have, you know what I mean. If you don't know what Rosemary's scissors look like, ugh. These are Rosemary's scissors. And hers broke on Thursday night. The plastic have you been able to fix them with duct tape and, that Bond glue? I mean, but I tell you what, you got to have some strong hands. I mean, I can do this for a while. Oh, you should see Rosemary fussy cut with these babies. It's a thing of beauty. She makes Edward Scissorhand. She puts Edward to shame when she's snipping. Yeah. I have on my table here, it's got like a metal brace, and I have a magnet, and I stick this. There's a big magnet where they stick right there. So if anybody comes, I can whip out these scissors. Yeah. Oh, you should see Rosemary weld those scissors. I mean, she fussy cuts with them. And it was funny the other night. It wasn't funny when they broke, but it was funny to watch Rosemary use those to fussy cut and then all of a sudden have to fussy cut with a pair of scissors this big. It was quite the transition, but she managed. She's a pro. That's what a pro does. Lethal weapon, yes, absolutely. Amazon's having problems recently. I mean, I've ordered a lot of stuff from Amazon over the years. And just recently, there have been things that are not getting where they're supposed to be. And I have discovered that when you look at that tracking thing, and it's kind of left the warehouse, and it says, not out for delivery, but the little ding before that on that little linear graph type of thing, not out for delivery, but right before that, once it gets there, you're done. It's gone. You're not going to see it. Good night, Gail. Thanks for stopping by, and happy Mother's Day to you. And at least that's my experience the last couple of times. And then you have to wait the obligatory 5 days before you can even report it missing. And then I told you that whole story that, it was delivered, but there was nothing in the envelope, and there's nowhere where you can tell them that. So I had to call them, and I was trying to explain to the guy. The guy kept on saying, well, it was delivered. I said, yes. The delivery guy even took a picture of it. But when I opened the envelope, there was nothing in it. Oh, okay. So they sent me another one. That arrived. And I think that's what happens if it's a tiny thing. And this was needles from my sewing machine. All right, Route 6. That now, see now that's kind of shake it off. Yeah, I'm not too upset with this one. I'm not thrilled, but it's okay. And this needs like a stamp or two. I actually found some stamps, um, like postage stamps. Oh, wait a minute. I could actually put a postage stamp and then can't. Yeah. Look at this mess. Postage stamp. They're in here. Ooh, look at these. I like making fake postage stamps. They're fun. Faux. I like the word faux. Faux fur. I like faux fur. Look, it's the red box. Oh, Canada. Washington. Hoya. Well, that's India. Spain. New York, New York. Beijing. Building Apple. It's supposed to be the Big Apple. Independence Hall. These are kind of cool. Sydney. There's the Sydney Opera House. Huh. I like these. What we got here? These are pretty. The space, that's Seattle. The Space Needle is Seattle. Moscow. I think I'm going to do the London one because that's a kind of a bright. That looks good. I like those. These are cool. Now, if I was real anal, I would cut these out, right? Cut out all these little things, but I'm not that anal. Sydney. Oh, that must be something to see, to actually see that in person. It would be very cool. Okay, send needles in small snap lock bag and paper envelope, and as they don't poke through. I just saw that Mary's not coming on tonight. Oh, okay. Thanks. All righty. All right. We'll do London. London. I have a picture of me leaning on, one of these phone booths in London when I was in London many, many years ago. It was my Doctor Who picture. You could punch, well, yeah, you could if it was, oh, no. Ha, ha, ha. That's pretty funny, Becky. I know it. I don't have a punch that small. Now you have me thinking, damn it, what'd you do? Why did you do that? Why did you even say that? Oh, I don't think it's a possibility. However, I'm just for giggles. Yeah, I know, but usually it's a bigger. Let's see. Nah, I didn't do it right. I'm going to try this. Let's see. Nah, no. Not this one. That I know. That's a good idea, though. It is. I know people have smaller punches. I don't. I just have that punch. Well, I've got the big one too, but all right. Now, I have, oh my God, I have so much shit everywhere. All right. I've got these type of stamps. So let's cancel London. I have never watched a Doctor Who. Anybody here? Doctor Who? I know it's been on for since the invention of the television. And they've had numerous Doctor Who's. But I've never is he a time traveler? Is Doctor Who a time traveler? Is that the premise? I don't know. I think he's a time traveler. And does he step into the phone booth and instead of you've watched since the early 80s? It's oh wow. That is so cool. Malaya used to be a Whovian, but haven't since Matt Smith days. Matt Smith, is he the one that played Prince Philip in The Crown? I know he's been in a lot of movies. In the blue police box. Janet Natch watched in the 70s. Oh my Lord. He's a time that travels in time and saves the planet. Well, that's good. Planets. David Tennant. Okay. Look at all you Whovians. Like Horton, here's a Who in Whoville. So you folks are Whovians. I like that. That's a good word, Whovian. I think we should add that to the lexicon. Barb Owen turned me on to that podcast on words. That's really a very fun podcast to listen to. It's a good one. Let's see. David Tennant. I don't know him. I'm sure he's been in other stuff. The next one was good too, but it is a great podcast. And it's funny, and the people that call in are funny, and they are funny when they're talking to the people who call in. It's really a very funny, but informative too. Oh yes, I love the origins of words. The other part, well, I like Wait, Don't Tell Me, and I like another one which is kind of raunchy, so a lot of people don't like, Nope. Oh wow. That barely stamped. Well, we'll cancel it with another thing. Nobody listens to Paula Poundstone. That can get a little raunchy. So she's got a little bit of a warped sense of humor, but I like warped. Let's see. How about this? Our favorite, the Royal. I just re-inked this, but I've been inking a lot, so I'll take out the big mumbo jumbo that I re-inked a while ago, and we'll look how old this one is. This has been around. I think this was the first ink pad I ever bought. Good Omens. Oh, he plays the demon. Okay. Plays the devil in Good Omens. Stories originally by Terry Pratchett. Okay. All righty. Okay. I tried to watch Never Have I Ever. It's one of those soppy teen sitcoms. It popped up on my Netflix and it said this was season 4. I'm thinking it's been on for 4 seasons. Wow. Oh, I almost stamped that upside down. Oh dear. Okay, this is juicy. I can't find much to watch. And it's almost embarrassing. Oh, that looks better. It's almost embarrassing when you say you can't find something to watch. We have about 300 channels and YouTube. And if you can't find something I watch a lot of YouTube. And then shop at 3 a.m. in the morning. At least I'm not buying espresso machines. I did that once. 5 easy payments. Very dangerous. I love PayPal. but it's dangerous. It makes it too easy. So it's not like it's a serious devil. I mean, it's like super bad devil. That's for sure. How about another sticker? These are all good. Keep going, conquer from within, do what you love, focus on the good, prove them wrong, be brave, shine like the stars. It's a butterfly. This too shall pass. I used to say that a lot, especially when my kids were like 2 years old and they both had the measles at the same time. This shall slay your day. Start doing things you love. Be an adventure, not be an adventurer, be an adventure. Oh boy, isn't it? How about enjoy the little things? For the I don't know. None of these are working for me. Be true. These are not bad. These are really very nice. There's nothing about flying though. Begin an adventure. All right, not be an adventure. See, can't read. Dyslexic. I put words that are not there, or I eliminate words that are there. When I'm typing all the time, I will mean to say you should not do that, but I'll leave out the not. Oh. Go, Scott, go. Go, Scott, go. Becky is the most patient woman on this earth. I'm just saying. The bathroom has been a lifelong, I'm sure it must seem like a lifelong project for you because it seems like it's been going on for your lifetime. And and I had those West Shore dudes come in and they did a whole shower in a day. All right, this is what I'm going to do. Oops, that's not good. Craft-a-lanch of these sentiments to change what I know. I'll put, when the word not it should be there, I'll leave it out, which obviously totally changes the sentence. I have to read and double read everything because I just leave words out. And again, sometimes it can be embarrassing. And I can't spell worth a damn. Forget it. I mean, there's many times I don't post on a live YouTube because I can't remember how to spell a word. I mean, I have spell check on my computer, but they don't have. I know. And what I paid for that was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. And you know what? They didn't really do that great of a job. And I should have complained more. Now, they did a couple of things that were really bad, and they came back, like 2 days later and fixed it. But there's other things that the caulking where the shower door is, the caulking along the bottom, I could have done a better job. Hi, Becca. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for coming in and saying, hey, happy Mother's Day. The guy, he must have, I mean, it's awful. Absolutely awful. It's not smooth. It's not even. And excuse me, when I sit on the toilet, that's exactly where my eyes go. It's right in my eyes view. I look down and I can see the crappy caulking job this guy did. All he wanted to do was get the hell out of here. And the guy, the cleanup guy, I think I've told the ladies in the chat, the cleanup guy, there were chunks of my old shower out on my front lawn. Pieces of the demolition were out on the front lawn. And there was a whole cigarette out on my front porch. The guy had taken a couple of puffs, put out the cigarette, and I guess he figured he was going to come back and get it, but left it there. I mean, nah. Not good. Not impressed at all. All right, so I'm going to whip out my sewing machine because Joiedefi had her sewing machine out, and she's got a little one, a little in like mine. This is my little workhorse. This is the little engine that could. You can see how little it is. Look at my hand. So you can see it's like a toy sewing machine. But this sucker will sew through cardboard and several layers of paper. And I got leather needles, and hopefully it's going to sew through the leather because I am going to make leather journals. And then actually, you know, the most amazing thing about this, I mean, it's to me, it's got a metal bobbin, and all of the other, like the more expensive sewing machines have plastic bobbins. This is so cheap, it doesn't have a brand. I got it on Amazon. It was a whopping $59.95. 20 minutes after they started, one of the grunts walked in front of my kitchen window. Oh, lovely. Oh my gosh. Oh God. Well, I don't know. At least I don't think, well, if they had to pee, they were in the bathroom. Oh Lord. That's disgusting. That's just, I often wonder where those guys go to the bathroom. Okay. And this has 12 stitches. It'll ziggy zag. I love it, Jen. I mean, I love it. This little thing, it does, it's got a little cutter. It has batteries. It will run on batteries. It doesn't run real well on batteries, but they've got a whole bunch, and they all look alike. But this one, just find the one that's $59, and it doesn't really have a name. And it came with 3 bobbins and 3 extra needles. And you can go online and you can see a whole video. And it has, there's the sew guide. And it's got reverse. It's got this cutout here. So if you want to do a hem or something, you can. It has a foot pedal. However, my foot pedal's connection doesn't work unless I jiggle it. So, but it's, yeah. All right. So I'm going to plug it in because I have it right here ready to plug in. I like it because I can lift it, and it doesn't take up any space. And you plug it in. Now, I had trouble with the thread, but Eileen Lyons told me buy good thread. So I bought me some good thread, and what a difference. I figured thread was thread, but no. Yeah. Okay. So let's do a little ziggy zag. And we'll drop the presser foot. Well, look at me talking sew language. Got a little cutter thing here. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's not too loud either. That was slow. Let's go fast. You ready? Throw it into reverse. first. Woo! There. So that's my little song. And it's got a light. It's got a little light. The light's on. Now the light's off. Oh, you can't see that. See, a little light. You want to light up the scene, or you can turn it off. No, it's really, I mean, it's a cute little thing. I love it. And again, it doesn't weigh anything. I mean, I can lift it with one arm, and it fits right underneath my little thingy here. And it'll sew through like Cheez-It box cardboard. Didn't I turn? I turned the wheel towards me. I thought I did. Well, I know you're supposed to. So if I didn't, then that's bad on me, because I know I do know that you're supposed to turn it towards you. Give it a little haircut here. And it's not even, doesn't even look that bad on the other side. Well, this raggedy part, kind of matches the cat. So that's kind of, I did that on purpose. I was thinking, artistically speaking now, this was an artistic decision on my part, whether I should have the good stitch on the back and I figured, well, it'll be all raggedy and it'll match the raggedy, the cat. And that would be like an artistic decision that I had to make. And now if you... There. And I'm using the thread I'm using. It's good thread. Because the other thread I'm using Gutermann, umlaut over the U. Gutermann. And okay. I buy these little, got all the colors, and here's the metal. These are the metal bobbins that come with it. Yeah, if you're in the market for an inexpensive crafting sewing machine, I recommend the purple one, because it doesn't have a name anywhere. I mean, even if you turn it upside down, there's a couple of numbers, but anyway. Well, folks, it's almost 7 o'clock. I mean, I'll hang out if you want to hang out. If you've got nothing to do, I always try to get off a couple of minutes before Mary comes on. But if she's not coming on, you want to do I'm sure you don't want to watch me do another postcard, because these came out pretty disastrous. Could do a watercolor thingy. I've got everything here to do the watercolor thingy. That won't take long. If you want to try to do I'll do a watercolor thingy, and people leave, they leave. That's fine. And then I can use a whole bunch of these things on the watercolor strip. All right. So let me do this. Stick this over here. Stick this here. Put that on here. Oh, the Gudamont, is that yeah. And there was another one too that Eileen Lyons recommended. It begins with an M. I think it's Spanish. Hey, Barb. Chicken pot pie. I mean, serial killer time at Amy's. Oh my, are you watching the serial killer at Amy's? Or is Amy Is Amy the one that is Amy the paper dyer? Did she dye paper? Okay. All righty. Bye, Mary Lou. Thank you so much for being here. So appreciate. And if Joiedefi was in the room, I apologize. I tried. I watched you do it, and you made it look so simple. And of course, that's the. Oh, you're making a. Oh, okay. Okay. How cool is that? That is very cool. Yeah, I'll just chat for a couple of minutes and then um, Rosemary did the vampire based on the soap opera, right? Wasn't there a soap opera? Was it called Dark Shadows with the vampire in it? Wasn't that a? And I think Rosemary did a caboodle on that, which was really cool. So is she? I'm just curious. Is she doing? Is she? You building a journal with real live? That sounds silly. Real live serial killers or dead? Hopefully they're death row serial killers or like Jack the Ripper type of people, or Bundy, or Son of Sam. Those type of guys, historical ones, because that would be really cool. That would, yeah, kind of creepy. Well, I'm thinking of doing, well, there's several journals. I've got other things I really need to finish, but I have those, I had those ephemera packs, like I did the Beatles. Well, I've got a couple of more of those. I've got one from the Victorian era from the same company that did the Beatles one. I've got the Victorian era, and I've got the 1920s. Oh, no make believe. You make up your own story as the killer or detective. Oh, wow. I bought like a group, like a party game type of thing where you try to solve murders, and it came like monthly, and it wasn't any good. I bought it because my friends and we did Nick Bantock's Curious Documents, where you have to, there's 10 documents and you have to follow the clues and figure out what the passage was. And we had so much fun doing it that we thought we'd try something else like that. So I bought into this whole thing, and it comes with all of the stuff, but it just didn't, it wasn't as good as Curious Documents. So you make up, is it so you're talking, obviously you're chatting and telling your own story, and then you're journaling it. Nothing beats like a good old game of Clue. That's right. Absolutely. Colonel Mustard with the rope in the library. No, she doesn't come on. She comes on right now. Like, she doesn't come on that late, does she? I think she comes on. I could be wrong. I know a lot of times she's on late at night, but I don't. But that's kind of fun. 1920s would be fun with the Roaring 20s. Yeah, 8. Yeah, that's what I thought. 8 Eastern. Not too super late. Yeah. There's Trish. Hello, Trish, who cooked an amazing dinner. Roast beast and potatoes and string beans. Classic dinner. When you shared the description of what you were cooking, it sounded so good. My father-in-law, he was a beef eater. Wow. Oh, meatloaf's good too. Good beef, nothing like a good meatloaf. Meatloaf sandwiches, can't beat them next day. Cannot beat a good old meatloaf sandwich with ketchup. Yeah. You should make meatloaf. My mom has a really great meatloaf recipe. It's kind of odd. It's got weird spices in it, things that you wouldn't associate with meatloaf. It has sage, dry mustard, poultry seasoning, but it all comes out good. It all comes out good. And she used to back in the day. I don't know whether you guys remember, but back in the day, you could literally buy a meatloaf mix, and it was a 2-pound pack, and it had a quarter pound of ground veal, quarter pound of ground pork, and a pound, or half a pound of veal, a half a pound of pork, and a pound of chuck. It was a 2-pound package, and you could buy that mixture. And I don't think you can buy that anymore. When you make your meatloaf, what the level of, what type of beef do you use? You use chuck or leaner than chuck? And Barbara Clark is ready for a nap. I think I'm ready for the nap part of that mood board. Okay, all righty. Rotel, okay. That's the tomatoes, right? Rotel tomatoes. And that's your secret ingredient? Oh, okay. You put Rotel in your do tell what you put in your meatloaf. That's like me. Rotel. I know what you're talking about. I know. We all read this. Ground beef, celery, onion, bell pepper. Okay. Okay. My mom's recipe called for bread, egg, milk. And then of course celery, onion in the meat. And I would put the celery and onion and herbs and the bread and the egg and the milk all in the food processor and chop it up until like a mush, and then just mix it in with the ground beef. And I can make that. I can make just one pound loaf. I don't have to make 2 pounds. I can make just 1 pound loaf, and I bake it. I don't put it in a loaf pan. I just kind of form it on a regular sheet pan and bake it in the oven. Oh, that's okay. Green chili, that would be good. That would be good. Look at all this. Look at all these recipes. Isn't that cool? Crushed saltine crackers. I know some people kind of make like a tomato, like a ketchupy brown sugar type of like glaze on the top. You can't eat it. Okay. Hubby enjoys it. Yeah. Mine is very, very moist. I gave the recipe to the teachers at school where I worked in New York, and they all loved it. It was a big hit. So, well, ladies, I'm going to say good night, and I'm going to thank you so much for hanging in there with me as I made a friggin' mess. And yeah, but it was fun talking with you, and it was fun spending the Sunday afternoon. And yep. And it's way past my cocktail hour, folks. And so I have to clean up the mess. Got to get the garbage out. And it's Tito's time, Tito time here in sunny Florida. Did Angie just come in? Or are we just sending out a get well? Angie! Hi, hon. Good to see you. You're not supposed to be typing. I'm going to tell Keisha. I hope you've been in the balcony. I will say hi to Tito. I actually have before I sign off, let me show you this sign I have. I could not leave it. I had to buy it. I mean, how could I leave this in the catalog? I mean, really, this just speaks to me. So I had to buy that. Okay. On that note, I will say adios, buenas noches, guten Nacht. and arrivederci. I guess that's a couple of languages there. Take care. And if you can't be good, be careful.